A while ago, BKFC made headlines after officially cutting ties with their bantamweight champion, Alberto Blas. In a statement, the promotion cited, quote-unquote, repeated unprofessional conduct and behavior that clashed with the values of the sport. Now, despite his impressive performances, it was what happened outside the ring that forced BKFC's hand. Now, the news of Blas getting cut from BKFC was kind of a surprise because he's actually one of their best fighters. The guy is undefeated, pretty much unstoppable in the ring. He goes crazy, puts on entertaining fights, and he's actually in a 6 first-round knockout win streak. I mean, just amazing. So it really came as a shock that all of a sudden he was cut. The reason why absolutely makes sense. So the new details that emerged is the fact that sometime in 2022, a very violent incident took place. Blas wasn't just acting out, he was arrested on charges of attempted felony murder. And the target was no other than UFC legend and BKFC newcomer Yoel Romero. Now, according to reports, it all started with a verbal argument at American Top Team, but it didn't just end there. So like I mentioned before, it's not the fact that he was underperforming or, just not putting on the type of career trajectory that the BKFC is looking toward to. It was everything he was doing outside the ring. He had a lot of unprofessional misconducts and was in several controversies. But the specific issue that we're going to break down in this video was the tipping point of him getting cut. Now, why Blas has been cut, it is important to point out that he actually has been signed with BKFC's rival, Bare Knuckle Boxing. I think he's on a 6-year contract or something like that. So the announcements happened at the same time, the same day, which is just very weird. Now, Blas has put on a statement saying, while my record is not spotless, I stand by my reputation and wish to call this out for what it is. An insecure individual trying to save face while the company he built and subsequently sold off continues to spiral downward. There are 2 incidents that come to mind, which I am sure Mr. Feldman is referencing. The first occurred in 2022. Since that time, I was signed by the organization, fought for them 6 times, and was promoted and heralded as their champion.
So before I play this video, right, real quick, I'm just gonna say, I was provoked in the locker room, but was the bigger man and walked away only to be followed through the casino and threatened and harassed, okay? So think about that when you watch this video and you tell me if that was the truth.
What is wrong with that, man? Hey, calm down, Baldy. Calm down, Baldy. Hey, we'll get him for the press conference when he's done. All you motherfuckers. No. Hey. Take it up. Hey. Police, stop. Police, bring it up. Police, bring it up. Straight back, guys. Don't ruin a great fucking night, man. Ignore that shit. That guy said, I know. Enjoy what you did.
Now, I don't know about you, but last time I checked, self-defense was a situation where you're being physically attacked and then you defend yourself. From that clip, he wasn't touched. It looks like the other fighter did talk some shit and then triggered the whole team and then they had to attack him. But that wasn't really self-defense. Now, the man in the video who was confronting the team of Blas is BKFC's middleweight Marcos Suarez. Now, he did have some things to say about this.
He passed through the locker room. I went to congratulate him. He didn't want to say congratulate me. Okay, that's fine. I as you can see, I look confused. But then when I saw the podcaster recording with his phone, in my head, I automatically said, let me try to see if I can sell a fight. It's my time to put work on the map. I said what I had to say. You know what I'm saying? I can say whatever I want to say. That's the point. And they're the ones that lost their cool and did what they had to do.
What he's saying is pretty much confirming what Blas did mention, talking shit pretty much. Blas pretty much got in his feelings and him and his team pretty much jumped the guy and attacked him physically. Now that is bad enough, but that was just the first incident that happened. Blas did also reference the second incident that happened in 2022, which is one of the reasons why they could be cutting him from BKFC. In my opinion, it might be both of them, it might be one of them, but I think it's fair to say he gave BKFC a strong reason to cut ties with him. The second incident is where things take a pretty dark turn. After a verbal altercation again, it seems like this guy just finds a way to escalate things. You can start verbally, but he just makes it physical from 0 to 100. So he took it outside, took the confrontation with the American top team outside, and the next thing he does is attempting to pretty much unalive Yoel Romero. This man literally tried to run over Romero with his car, and when that didn't work, he grabbed a sword from his trunk. And yeah, you heard me right, a sword. Now witnesses say Blas struck Romero twice, once on the arm and once in his hand, damaging a tendon and sending the veteran fighter to the hospital. But somehow Romero stayed quiet and he didn't even testify. So props to Romero, honestly speaking, because he's way better than me. We're just finding this out now in 2025, and he's not the one who put this information out there. He stayed quiet throughout the whole thing. According to court documents, Blas was charged by the state of Florida with 1 count of attempted second-degree murder and 1 count of battery. Being found not guilty of both charges, Blas ended up paying a fine of $1,500, which honestly speaking is really low. So both charges stemmed from the same incident on January 4th, 2022, and following an almost 3-year court battle. If you guys want more details, I'm going to link a video from Ragdoll MMA in the description. You guys should check out that video and subscribe to Ragdoll as well. Despite the seriousness of the charges, Blas was actually acquitted by a jury in December of 2024. And here's the wildest part. Romero fought twice in 2022 with a damaged tendon and still won both fights by stoppage. I mean, this man is a specimen. It reminds me of the time when Joe Rogan was so fascinated. He talked to this doctor who inspected Yoel Romero, and the guy was like, man, he's never seen a human being like this. His muscles, his tendons, his veins, it looks like he was literally built in some type of experiment, like put into a machine and then brought out. It's just unreal.
UFC sends him to the doctor. The doctor examines him and then talks to the UFC on the phone and says, where did you find this guy?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he goes, he's amazing, right? He goes, no, you don't understand. He goes, I've been studying human beings. I've been working on people. I've been operating on people for 50 years. He goes, I've never seen a human like him. He
Really?
goes, the tendons in his eyes are 3 times thicker than a normal person's.
Wow.
He said his eye, the orbital bone, was already healing by the time he got to me.
It kind of matches the attitude that Romero has, and the fact that he got cut and stabbed by a sword and still fought twice that year and won twice. The man is something else. Props to Romero. But like I mentioned, since the release from BKFC, Alberto Blas hasn't disappeared. He signed with rival bare knuckle promotion BKB, seemingly without missing a step, honestly speaking. So it looks like this man didn't even pay close to the repercussions of what he did. And I just want to say, the fact that a bantamweight was trying to unalive a middleweight is just hilarious to me. But of course it makes sense. You can't even compare their sizes. So the guy tried to run him over, that didn't work. Then he tried to stab him with a sword. And what is this man doing carrying swords around? This man, brother, we need to check this man. Well, let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Do you think this guy is just an overtly sensitive guy and shouldn't even be in the fighting world? Honestly speaking, he really got off scot-free as far as I'm concerned, because those were some serious charges and the facts laid out were serious. So I'm gonna give a lot of credit to Yoel Romero, because I'm sure he didn't press charges, he didn't testify, and he wasn't even listed in the criminal charge because he didn't testify, but he was definitely the victim of the attack. Big respect to Romero, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like this video if you like the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you guys later.